Welcome, everyone. I am Robin Schwartz. I am CAP's Program and Grant Director. CAP is the Community Arts Partnership of Tompkins County. Spring Writes is one of our programs. We have another 35 events that are part of the Spring Writes Literary Festival. And there are, I think, 20 more events through May 16th. And then there's 13 writing workshops that are happening through November. They're all free, they're all on Zoom. So I will put the springwrites.org link in the chat. I would like to thank our wonderful Spring Writes sponsors, Ithaca College, Wegmans, M&T Bank, CFCU Community Credit Union, the Odyssey Bookstore, and the Ithaca Marriott. We also receive support from New York State Council on the Arts, and Poets and Writers helps us pay our participating writers. Some housekeeping throughout the event. The audience will stay on mute. If you've taken yourself off and you're not one of the celebrities, please put yourself back on. Please use the chat extensively. You know, with these Zoom calls, especially with people having their video off, it's really in the chat that we see participation and comments, and I think the chat is really fun, so use it. The bathrooms are down the hall if you need to use them. Although this festival is free, we always ask for donations for our general fund, and I'm just going to put the link into the chat. So now, Celebrity Literary Jeopardy.
This is Jeopardy! Now entering the Zoom call are today's contestants. A theater director and translator from Ithaca, New York, welcome Sam Buggeln. A fiction writer and essayist from Ithaca, New York, say hello to Leslie Daniels. And our current mayor, the mayor of Ithaca, New York, please welcome Svante Myrick. And now here's the host of Jeopardy, Bob Proehl.
Hi, everybody. I want to thank you all for being here at our first virtual Celebrity Literary Jeopardy. It's our first Celebrity Literary Jeopardy, full stop. So we're going to try this out. There may be technical difficulties. There may be technical miracles. I don't know. There's a lot that could happen, frankly. I want to, before we get started, I want to thank the Community Arts Partnership and Robin Schwartz for hosting this sort of massive festival. I want to thank Mickey Quinn, who has put in a lot of work on technical support, which is, I think, sliding us over across that tipping point into the technical miracle realm, potentially. I want to thank Brett Bossard, who is actually the person that started the literary festival. It was 11 years ago, and if I'm not mistaken, with Leslie as the first artistic director. And you know, unfortunately, last year was the 10-year anniversary, and it kind of, we were all sort of still a little shell shocked. But I don't know if Brett is here, but Brett from Cinemapolis, formerly of CAP, is the founder of the Literary Arts Festival. I want to thank the Watershed on Martin Luther King Street, who is providing, they have 2 literary themed cocktails. You can order those to go pick them up, or you can go over there afterwards, or maybe I don't know, with the Zoom backgrounds, maybe some of you are there right now. I want to thank our guests, Sam, Svante, Leslie, and you, our audience, for joining us under you know, the circumstances that we find ourselves. This is kind of an interesting event in that, like, we could have at least sort of filmed this in person, and ultimately opted not to. Tompkins County, as of today, as of looking at it today, has 50% of our entire population vaccinated. 82% of our over 65 population is vaccinated. That puts us at the top of the list for counties in New York, except for Hamilton County. But I am told that Hamilton County is actually just 7 people, and all of them are immunologists. So that doesn't necessarily count. So if you haven't gotten vaccinated, there are opportunities to get out there and get one. If you have friends who are concerned about getting the vaccine, and this is Ithaca, you may have friends who are concerned about getting the vaccine, get out there and talk through those concerns with them. Tell them that we get to have grassroots if we hit herd immunity. Tell them that yes, there is a microchip, but it comes with Barton 77 pre-installed. Whatever you need to do to get more tabs and more arms. So let's see, what else do we need to address? I should address the fact that usually when we do these events in person, I am like wearing a suit. And I tried that, but wearing a suit in a room by myself brought back prom vibes, like real strong. And so I worked through that emotionally, and then I changed into civilian clothes. That's about it. We're gonna go with, like, this is a pretty standard Jeopardy format. It is all for fun. If I wanted to humiliate somebody in front of an audience, I would have invited Tom Reed to be a contestant. But we have invited exclusively folks that I like and that I know that you will like, and so we're just gonna go to it. And the way we're gonna start out is by introducing our categories for round one. One-word titles. Literary spoilers. Wolf, 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 wolf. Ithaca is lit. And a long time ago, ... Oh, there's 6, aren't there? Shakespearean tablets. I should know how many questions I have written in the last 48 hours. Shakespearean tablets is our last category for the first round. And Leslie Daniels, you are gonna start out with control of the board. Where would you like to start us off?
Let's start with Ithaca is lit for 100.
Known for its iconic neon sign, this downtown bar gets its name from an animal character in the Canterbury Tales. Svante.
The Chanticleer. What is the Chanticleer, Bob?
What is the Chanticleer? That is correct. And you have control of the board.
Let's stay with Ithaca is lit for 200, Bob.
Often associated with Tennessee, this author was born 100 years ago in August in a house on Cascadilla Street. As of last year, a historical marker commemorates the spot. Mickey, who came in first on that one?
Svante.
Svante.
Who is Alex Haley?
Who is Alex Haley? You have retained control of the board.
Great. Let's get weird with a long time ago for 300, please.
A long time ago for 300.
Wait,
Oop,
that's the wrong one. Sorry.
That's all right. Ignore that.
I got click happy.
It's okay.
All right. Long time ago, 300.
This difficult to pronounce book was compiled by Christopher Tolkien from his father's notes on Middle-earth history after the author's death in 1973.
That's
Mickey,
Sam.
Sam.
What is the Silmarillion?
I believe that is how you say that, yes. What is the Silmarillion? Oh, by the way, some of these have a weird audio cue, so that's not like a burst of static. That is what whoever made this template thinks that applause sounds like. It's just like being in a room with real people, only it's painful to your ears.
Isn't that? Yes.
No, it's not. It's like a minor thing that I forget is in this file. Sam, you have control of the board. Ithaca is lit, by the way, is still, Ithaca is lit for 300 is still an option.
Yes.
Oh, right. Well, let's do that.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way. This local restaurant is named after an abolitionist newspaper founded by Frederick Douglass in 1847. Sam.
Burger King.
A, that was not in the form of a question, Sam. And B is also incorrect. Leslie.
What is Moosewood?
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect.
I knew that.
Svante, you want to take a swing?
I really don't know. They didn't pay me to say that, as everybody knows.
So that newspaper founded in Rochester by Frederick Douglass in 1847 is the North Star.
Oh. You know. That's good to know.
All right, Sam, you retain control of the board.
Let's do one-word titles for 400.
Ooh, that's a tough one. This 1974 James Michener novel covers centuries, not just one significant year in the history of Colorado. No, that one's legitimately tough. What is centennial? I think none of us are quite of an age to be like big Michener fans.
I spent a century in Colorado one weekend.
Yeah. Sam, you retain control of the board.
Let's go easier then. One-word titles for 300.
All right. Two psychics have a pyrokinetic child in this Stephen King work. I would tell you what pyrokinetic means, but it would kind of give away the answer. Sam.
Fire starter.
You want to try that?
What is fire starter?
That is correct.
Yay.
Is that for 400? Great. All right. You have control of the board.
One-word titles for 200.
One-word titles for 200. Born a slave, Steve escapes to Ohio, but is haunted by memories of a lost baby in this Toni Morrison novel. Sam?
Yep.
What is beloved?
What is beloved? Correct.
One-word
Still your
titles
board.
for one-word titles for 100.
One-word titles for 100. This book by Malcolm Gladwell, subtitled The Power of Thinking Without Thinking, is a real eye-opener. Nikki, who do we have first on that?
Yeah. Svante.
Svante.
What is Blink?
What is Blink? Correct. Svante, you have control of the board.
A long time ago for 400, please.
She who shall not be named except to answer this question. This fantasy writer has reinserted herself into the discourse by explaining how wizards poop and discrediting the identities and experiences of transgender people. Svante.
Who is Just Kidding Rowling?
That is correct. Your board.
A long time ago for 500, please.
In 25 books since the first in 1967, this Anne McCaffrey chronicles the history of Pern, a planet whose residents have learned to ride what fantastic creatures? It's looking like a no. Those are the dragon riders of Pern.
Okay. Not
Dragon
TCAF.
riders of Pern.
Not TCAF. Got it.
It's okay.
Can we go Ithaca is lit for 400, please?
Ithaca is lit for 400. This Russian-born novelist tried to burn the manuscript of his most famous work out front of one of the houses where he and his wife lived in Ithaca. Rumor has it the house was impeccably clean. I'm going to say that Leslie was in first on this one.
Yes, she was.
What is Lolita? Who is Nabokov?
Who is Nabokov? That is correct. See, you get a little weird burst of digital applause. All right, everybody put your hands down.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm not used to it either. All right. Leslie, your board.
Wolf for 100, please.
This Daily Show alumna caused a stir by daring to suggest that Trump's White House press secretary might be a lying liar.
That goes to Sam.
Sam.
Who is Naomi Wolf?
Sorry, that is incorrect, although I should have asked a question about her. Svante.
Who is Michelle Wolf?
Who is Michelle Wolf is correct.
Great sneaker game.
And Svante, you have control of the board.
I'll stick with the Wolves, please, for 200.
The 1966 film adaptation of this Eugene O'Neill play earned acting nominations for all four of its main actors. Only the women won. Svante.
Who is afraid of Virginia Woolf?
That is correct and well parsed.
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is by Edward Albee.
Is what?
It's by Edward Albee.
Sam, that is correct.
Well, do I get more points for knowing what Bob meant?
No, but I think I have to give Sam points on that one and deduct points from myself. The sad thing is I've actually used that question before and no one caught it.
I just know Elizabeth Taylor won. That's all I know. I was coming at the movie angle.
You know what? We'll hand control of the board over to Sam for that correction, though. So Sam, your board.
Okay. One-word titles for 500.
In this 1984 William Gibson cyberpunk classic, a data thief matches wits with a powerful artificial intelligence. Sam.
What is Neuromancer?
Is Neuromancer.
I love
Correct. Sam, where are we going?
Oh, yeah. Ithaca is at 500.
Ithaca is lit for 500. This children's author, who has a college town co-op house named after one of his books, was nicknamed Andy during his time at Cornell because he shared his last name with the university's first president. Mickey, who do we have first on that?
Leslie.
Leslie, what do you got?
Who is E.B. White?
Who is E.B. White?
Nicely done.
E.D. Andrew Dickinson White. Leslie, where do we go next?
Let's keep embarrassing me with wolves for 300.
Wolf for 300. Adapted to film in 1983, this autobiography by Farley Mowat tells of a biologist with zero survival skills stranded in the Canadian Arctic wilderness. Leslie.
What is Never Cry Wolf?
Never Cry Wolf. That is correct.
So let's stick with wolves for 400.
Wolves for 4. Dead at 37, this author of Look Homeward Angel was praised by his contemporaries, including Faulkner, as the best of his generation. Leslie.
Who is Tom Wolfe?
Who is Thomas Wolfe?
Thomas Wolfe. Yeah.
It's fine. Still your board.
Sorry.
Where are we going, Leslie?
Wolves for 500.
Finish out the Wolves for 500. A contributor to USA Today and The Hollywood Reporter, this journalist scored a huge bestseller, not earlier this year, sorry, with Fire and Fury, a behind-the-scenes look at the Trump White House. The last name should be easy to guess at this point, so we're looking for the first name. I think I just gave away that it's not Wolf Blitzer. Sam.
Is this one Naomi Wolf?
No,
Who is Naomi Wolf?
Is this? Sorry, is it?
Go ahead, Svante.
Who is Michael Wolf?
Who is Michael Wolf? That is correct.
Oops. Don't look.
Sorry.
There.
Going crazy over here. All right, as soon as we get back to the board, Svante, your board.
Can I do literary spoilers for 300, please?
Sure, but you need to put your hand down first. There we go. Molly thinks some long sentences, probably isn't pregnant. These are, by the way, just giving the endings away of novels for the most part. Molly thinks some long sentences, probably isn't pregnant. Oh, now I feel like I have actually spoiled a 100-year-old book for you guys. All right, we're gonna, that is the ending of Ulysses.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one because everybody pretends that they read it. Yeah. Literary spoilers for 400.
Literary spoilers for 4. Scientist is monster. Monster is actually not all that bad of a dude. Svante?
What is Frankenstein?
What is Frankenstein? We would have also accepted Frankenstein.
Wow, hula. Literary spoilers for 500, please.
A bunch of sharks eat the marlin. Svante.
What is the old man in the sea?
What is the old man in the sea? All right, Svante, you retain control of the board.
A long time ago for 200, please.
Although it's come to represent the whole shebang, Game of Thrones is in fact only the title for the first book in this fantasy series. Svante.
What is A Song of Ice and Fire?
Song of Ice and Fire.
Honestly,
correct.
bro, he's got to get on this. I'm really worried.
What's that?
I need the rest of those books.
He's the busy man.
I'm worried. You need to tutor him. You're cranking out a book every 6 months.
Yeah, but HBO isn't like throwing piles of money at me to work on other stuff. So
In time,
I've got time.
In time, but nobody people. I'll do A Long Time Ago for 100.
A long time ago for 100. This 3-word phrase is how Buttercup recognizes Wesley in The Princess Bride. I am disappointed with all
Breaking
of you.
my heart.
I am disappointed with all of you.
Literally, I'm over here like, how many words is inconceivable?
Mickey, tell them what the answer is.
Oh, as you wish.
As you wish.
Yeah, I can tell we're getting killed in the comments too.
Yeah.
Oh no. This
You're
is
lucky.
like-
You're lucky this didn't come closer to an election, sir.
for many reasons. I'll take literary spoilers for 200, please.
I like the studious avoiding of Shakespeare here, guys. Huge ass eagles who could have been helpful earlier show up and carry our heroes home. Thanks, huge ass eagles. Svante.
What is The Hobbit?
I am sorry. I believe that is incorrect. Sam.
What is the Lord of the
What
Rings?
is the Lord of the Rings?
Wait, where's my book? Hold on. I want to talk to them.
Oh no. I think we're about to get the last chapter of The Hobbit read to us.
Because in fact, okay, fine. They definitely though.
The Eagles and The Hobbit too? Is that his only go-to ending?
Pretty much. He
He's
just
like, I don't know, I've run out of stuff.
Oh, people,
Eagles.
the chat says it's The Hobbit.
The chat's saying The Hobbit? All right.
It's also in the Lord of the Rings, so yeah.
It's definitely the end of The Lord of the Rings.
You should ask my mom. I have my mother's copy of The Hobbit. It's my favorite book in the world.
If your mom shows up and tells me it's The Hobbit, I'm going to give you the points.
Oh, but someone else says it's Return of the King.
King. How is it not though?
It could be both. It is entirely possible that is the only way that Tolkien knows how to end the story.
Because isn't that who saved? Yes, right. That's who saves them from Mount Doom.
It's who saves them from Mount Doom. That's what I was
It's
going.
also who saves them at the end of. Geez. All
They're
right.
super helpful eagles.
I could see Return of the King because that's the end, but they do help out twice. They save the gang in The Hobbit.
Yeah, I mean they're super helpful for endings.
Right.
I'm going to just start ending all of my books with eagles.
Eagles.
I don't know, huge ass eagles show up. All right, we'll give points to both you guys on that, but we're going to let Svante continue controlling the board.
Spoilers for 100 because I am afraid of as somebody pointed out in the chat.
Pigs govern unfairly, learn to walk. Sam.
What is Animal Farm?
What is Animal Farm? All right, we're in it now, Sam. Where are we going with some Shakespeare?
I guess we're going to Shakespeare for 300. I'm a theater director. I should not have left this so long. Oh, hang on. Let me lower my
Shakespeare
hand.
for 300. Shakespearean tabloids for 300. Totally barking. King goes mad over betrayal by daughters. Shouts at sky. Who we got on that one?
I think Leslie got it.
All right, Leslie.
What is King Lear?
What is King Lear? All right, Leslie.
Shakespearean tabloids for 400.
Only when Sam takes his hand down.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
It's all right.
Just already up. I know it already.
I'm sorry, which number, Leslie?
400, please.
Forest Fairies Fiasco. Magic love potion. Chaos rocks couples before wedding.
Sam did know it first. So.
All right, Sam, what do you got? Sam.
Oh, am I muted?
No,
no,
what is it? Sorry, what is A Midsummer Night's Dream?
That is correct. All right. Sam, it's your board.
Let's do 200.
Green-eyed monster. General murders wife over made-up affair, then knifes himself. Sam.
What is Othello?
What is Othello?
100.
Sleeping with the enemy. Montague lad 17 weds Capulet 13. Mickey, who was first on that?
Sam.
All right.
Boom. What is Romeo and Juliet?
It's Romeo and Juliet is correct. And our last question of the round, Shakespearean tabloids for 500.
Ooh. Sometimes my mouse goes crazy.
Hubble bubble, this spells trouble. Top soldier backed by witches plots to murder king.
Leslie.
Leslie?
Yes.
What is Macbeth?
What is Macbeth is correct. All right. I think weirdly our daily double disappeared somewhere, but that's okay. I'm going to do a quick bit of math. 9, 12, 16, 19, 24. This we have not converted to anything digital because I'm not that smart.
There's going to be a session at next year's Spring Rights called Eagles in The Hobbit and Return of the King.
I think
the
that'll be
chat-
educational for all of us.
Yeah, I think the chat has it sorted, which is the Eagles save everybody at the end of both Act 1 and Act 2. And you could argue that they save everybody in the Battle of the Five Armies at the end of The Hobbit, but they most definitely swoop in at the end of Return of the King to save everybody from Mount Doom. So I think everybody's right, said the politician.
All right. So the scores at the end of the regular Jeopardy round. Sam is currently in third place with $2,000 points. Whatever we want to consider those. Leslie is in second place with 2,400, and Svante is in first place with 2,900.
Ithaca. Okay.
Sorry, I'm going back to my weird note taking. So that brings us to the awkward interview section of the program, which is always my least favorite part of a Jeopardy episode, where Alex Durek, was great at any number of things, but not the best at interviewing, asks about fun facts that he's learned about the contestants. So Sam, I heard that you have had a very 90s celebrity encounter. Would you like to tell us a little about that?
Sure, I'll try to speak as awkwardly as the average contestant speaks in this moment. I once sat next to Claire Danes at dinner in the 90s, and she was a little younger than me and in undergrad, and she tried a story out on me. This is a different anecdote that I pre-approved. That she tried a story out on me that I later saw her say on Letterman, and so I felt like I must have smiled and laughed hard enough.
You know, Sam, it kind of gives away the game when you tell people that one of your anecdotes was pre-approved.
Shit. Aren't they all?
We ran through this entire game this afternoon. I already know who wins.
All the answers.
All of us already know who wins. We agreed to it. We worked it out. The twist in Final Jeopardy is going to blow your mind.
We spent so much time on that eagle business. My God, so complicated.
I know. I think it came off though. I think we wanted a little back and forth in the chat, and we got that. We got the Hobbit versus Lord of the Rings rivalry fired up. Is that a thing?
People are invested now.
Yeah, I didn't hear the Silmarillion folks ringing in, but I think that's probably because they're checking an index or something.
No, Tolkien heads were on fire. They were lighting it up. They were not having it.
Yeah, the twist at the end is that we are all going to get eaten by very large eagles. That's what I've learned. That is how you end. That's how you wrap a plot. Leslie, you mentioned that you have a very different way of mentally sorting things. Can you tell us a little about that?
That was actually not true, but I sort things by color rather than alphabetically. It keeps it fresh for me.
I'm eyeing your bookshelf, the bookshelf behind your head right now, and I'm not.
Yeah.
Is it sort of okay?
I don't sort books by color, just ideas.
Ideas. Okay, I thought it was it just meant for everything.
Can you
No.
I mean, your glasses frames match your
Red.
shirt, so that's that's solid. Whereas I'm this is.
What's an idea that's the color of your glasses?
Something kind of fresh, something new. Yeah.
Cool.
And Svante, you also had a mysterious celebrity meeting. Who was it that you ran into?
Yes, the writer and director M. Night Shyamalan. I met. He was a great guy, and we had a fascinating conversation. And you'll never guess how it ended.
Did it involve eagles?
I can't give it away.
Um,
I think I messed up the timing. You know, what is it that makes a joke work well? Timing? You'll never guess how it ended. Okay.
That was well done.
He was nice.
Before we move on, Sam, is there anything coming up with the Cherry that you would like to plug to let people know about?
Yes, please. We are just at the final stages of putting together Trapdoor, which is our third headphone walking play, and this one's super awesome. Lead written by Lyrae Van Cleef Stefanen, who is one of our most awesome ongoing collaborators. And it's super exciting. It starts at the History Center and will blow your mind. Super
And
great.
information-
Starts on May 20th, and go to thecherry.org to get your tickets.
Great.
Information is actually on the Spring Right schedule.
Oh,
pages.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
I love those walking tours. They're so good.
Leslie, anything coming up with you that you would like to plug or let people know about?
I'm part of another Spring Rights thing on Friday, talking about how to. I think it's going to be particularly interesting for writers who are wrestling with how to bring collections together. There's 2 fiction writers and 2 nonfiction writers.
It's tomorrow.
As
At
in
6.
tomorrow, yeah. I'm thinking about it as once upon a time when my daughter was teaching herself to knit, and she would just like all the thread, all the needles, and she brought this kind of terrible macrame to me one time, and she said, "Would this be considered knitting?" And I think everybody who's trying to pull a book together has that moment. So it'll be more public humiliation tomorrow.
I think I'm going to stop using the term zero draft for my first draft and just refer to it as terrible macrame. Like, where is your novel at? Well, right now it's terrible macrame, but we're working through it. And Mayor Myrick, do you have any initiatives, any reforms that you would like to maybe not have to discuss right now?
No, it's all quiet.
All right, sounds good.
In seriousness, I appreciate everybody's continued input and thinking and imagination as we reinvent public safety here in the city of Ithaca. The council adopted a new, thank you. Yes, council voted unanimously to move forward our plan, and now it's on to the implementation. So I appreciate, honestly, it's going to take a whole community to get this right. And I appreciate everybody's continued investment in that.
Duxon says in the chat that there's literally nothing happening at the city municipal level. So
Duxon, one of the lead instigators on the Common Council, and council's liaison actually to the Reimagining Public Safety Collaborative. So for those of you who are fans of the collaborative's work and the plan we put forward, please do let me know. And those of you who are not fans, Duxon's email is dwin.
All right. So with that, we are going to move on to Double Jeopardy. Hopefully I can find my scoring note card. There it is. All right, the categories for Double Jeopardy are coming at you.
There we go.
Meet Cute. The Odyssey. In a Galaxy Far, Far Away. Potables. Before and After. Literary Numbers. And that was 6. So before and after, those are going to combine 2 things. Are you guys familiar with the before and after format? So the question will sort of mention 2 different things. One, maybe 2 different books, or a book and some other, and a movie, and you're going to combine those 2 titles to make one sort of phrase. They'll be hinged at one word.
So it could be like Dwayne Johnson and Music Magazine is Rock and Rolling Stone.
Oh, Rock and Rolling Stone.
Okay. Thank you for that.
That's on top of your head. That was good. Do you want to do this job? Here's the scoring.
less stressful.
I feel like that would be slightly unfair because I did write these questions. So, all right, and let's see, Sam, you are currently in third place, so that means you're going to start off with control of the board.
All right. Let's do potent potables for 600.
Potent potables for 6. Scout and Jem learn a valuable lesson about race while drinking shots of distilled agave. Svante.
How Tequila Mockingbird?
Ah,
We're going to allow that. What is Tequila Mockingbird? Yes.
Okay. That's funny.
Oh, by the way, all of the potent potable ones are terrible puns, and I apologize. Sorry, I should
right.
mention that.
Potent potables for
If it counts as a hint, they are all things that I thought were funny this morning.
Okay, the potent potables for 800, please.
Potent potables for 800. A hip London record store owner puts whiskey and ginger ale on his top 5 list.
I read that book and I can't think of the title.
It's old. It's been made into a movie and a television show.
I used to attend bar, and I still.
What is highball fidelity?
Fidelity, that's
I did mention puns that I think are funny. Specified. You guys know that I have 2 kids, so that I'm bumped well into the realm of dad jokes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter. All right, Svante, you have control of the board.
Potent potables for 1,000, please.
Potent potatoes for 1,000. A young governess is plagued by ghosts, vodka, and orange juice. Sam.
What is the turn of the screwdriver?
It's the turn of the screwdriver, correct. Sam, you're aboard.
Let's stay with potent potables for 400.
The survivor of a dying Native American tribe muddles mint, sugar, and lime, adds rum. Sam.
What is the last of the mojito cans?
The last of the mojitos is fine, yes. Well done.
Boo.
What?
Boo.
That's quality stuff.
Potent potables for 200.
A member of high society remains eternally young while his bottle of premium vodka grows emptier and emptier. Sam.
What is the picture of Dorian Gray Goose?
That is correct. I wrote portrait.
It's actually my bartending day job that is truly helpful in this.
But well done noting picture. When I wrote portrait, it is in fact the picture of Dorian Gray. All right. Sam.
Could be wrong.
Your word.
Before and after. Oh, geez, I'm going to be terrible. Before and after for 600.
All right. Before and after for 600. Lorraine Hansberry's play about a poor Black family who leaves their home in Chicago to see the bullfights in Pamplona, Spain. Sam.
What is raisin in The Sun Also Rises?
That is correct. What is a raisin in the sun also rises?
All right.
I see you've grown a tail. Or, oh, you grew a whole cat.
Before and after for 400.
Asimov's 1950 classic tale that gave us the 3 laws becomes a poultry-titled animated show on Adult Swim. Sam.
I, Robot Chicken.
I, Robot Chicken.
They're just too.
Oh, what is I, Robot Chicken? Before and after for 800.
A trial on the ethics of teaching evolution is hashed out by Mole, Rat, and the other residents of Toad Hall. Sam.
Inherit the Wind in the Willows? What is Inherit the Wind in the Willows?
That is correct, yes. That was 800. Okay, great.
I'm crushing it.
All right, Sam.
Hey.
So you're bored.
It's Teola. Just give me all the answers. What is before and after for 1,000, please?
You don't have to request the categories. In a future dystopia, ultra nerd Wade Watt's knowledge of 80s pop culture ephemera lands him in a mental institution where he is ultimately lobotomized. Svante.
Player One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
What
What
is
is
Ready
Player
Player
One?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Mhm.
That is correct. That's for 1,000. All right. All right, Svante, it is your board.
Before and after for 200, please.
The Supreme Court justice known for not speaking becomes the reclusive, crying of Lot 49 novelist known for not speaking. These are actual people rather than titles, by the way. Svante,
Clarence Thomas Pynchon.
who is Clarence Thomas Pynchon? That is correct.
That one's like a nightmare for some reason. It just now suddenly
Yeah,
like
you don't want to combine those people.
don't want
You don't
to.
want that hybrid.
I'll take Galaxy Far, Far Away for 400, please.
In a galaxy far, far away, 400, the doomed spaceship Nostromo takes its name from a Joseph Conrad novel in this iconic 1979 sci-fi horror film. Svante,
Is it Aliens?
what is Alien?
Mm.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna allow that because we're all friends here.
Okay.
It's not aliens.
Did I say the player?
No, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear an S at
Oh,
the end.
did I?
Good. And then.
Oh,
and
did
that-
I say the wrong answer?
No, I
Listen, everybody be cool. And
I
nobody-
only hear correct answers. That's why we have the applause cue.
Yeah.
And not a booing cue.
That's good. Galaxy Far, Far Away for 600, please.
Galaxy Far, Far Away for 600. This 1938 radio drama in 1938, well done, Bob, some listeners mistook for a news program reporting a real alien invasion was based on an H.G. Wells classic. Is that Svante first on that, Mickey?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
That was the first. Okay, Svante.
What is War of the Worlds?
What is the War of the Worlds? Correct.
Oh,
Don't look at that. Don't look at that.
That was weird.
That's all right. That was for 600. All right, Svante, your board.
Galaxy for 800, please.
Named after the first mate in Moby Dick, not the international franchise, this character appears in the 1978 original and the 2004 reboot of Battlestar Galactica, albeit with different genders. Sam.
What is Starbuck? Who is Starbuck?
Who is Starbuck? Yeah, correct. That's good. Mickey would have been mad at you guys if nobody got that. All right, Sam, your board.
All right. Galaxy Far, Far Away for 1,000.
For 1,000. The title of the Philip K. Dick novel on which Blade Runner is based refers to dreams about this robotic animal. Who came in first on that, Mickey?
Svante.
Svante.
Oh, wait.
I think
What?
Sam.
Was
I
it
think-
Sam? Yeah, it
I
was
think-
Sam. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
What are sheep?
That is correct. Specifically electric, but
Electra, yeah.
Mhm.
all right. Your board.
Galaxy for 200.
Science fiction's most famous computer gone bad. The name of the villain in Kubrick's 2001 is a jab at this real-life three-letter computer company. Sam.
What is IBM?
What is IBM? Hal is one letter down from IBM. Correct.
Whoa. I did not know that.
Yeah, fun fact.
Morning, Dave.
All right, Sam.
Meet cute for 600.
Cute for 6. While her most iconic role has her deciding between Cary Grant and Jimmy Stewart, this actress is best remembered for pairing off with Spencer Tracy in a series of classic rom-coms.
That's Leslie.
That's Leslie. What do you got?
Who is Katharine Hepburn?
It's Katharine Hepburn. Correct.
Here it is.
All right, Leslie, you're aboard.
Meet cute for 800.
Meet cute for 8. Based on a 2013 novel, this 2018 romantic comedy was the first American film to feature a majority Asian cast in a modern setting since the Joy Luck Club 25 years earlier. Mickey, who's first on that?
Was it Sam?
I don't know. I thought you had a thing.
I did. I feel like it's not working anymore.
Oh, okay.
But honor system, which one do you think you raised your hand first?
No
I
idea.
think I did.
Yeah. I think it's
All right, Sam, what do you got?
top.
What is Crazy Rich Asians?
Crazy Rich Asians. That is correct. That was for, how much was that for? That was for 800. Great. My fun celebrity story is
okay.
I once literally almost knocked down Amy Tan in a bookstore in Boston. Author of the Joy
On purpose?
Hmm?
On purpose?
No, I didn't realize it was her. She's tiny. She's actually very short, and she had just given a reading, and I was like dashing to get something for a class, and I like kind of bumped into this woman, and then I realized like, oh my God, that was Amy Tan, and I almost knocked her down. I have carried that guilt for 20 years. And with that, Sam, to your board.
Breathe it out. Meet Cute for 1,000.
Meet Cute for 1,000. The blueprint for many rom-coms to come, this 1934 Frank Capra film pairing Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert was released 4 months before the restrictive Hays Code would have censored much of its risque content. And we're talking risque for 1934. All right, Svante.
What is It Happened One Night?
That is correct.
Oh.
It happened one night.
Wow.
You know, and my friends make fun of me for watching Turner Classic Movies, and they say, Savante, that'll never be useful.
That'll never pay off, right?
Who's laughing now?
Probably still them, to be fair.
They're like at a party somewhere.
Yep.
And I'm playing Literary Jeopardy on Zoom.
You're like, I'm on Literary Jeopardy, guys. And they're like, yeah, that's...
Now who's winning?
Meet Cute for 400?
Yes, please.
All right. In his full speech declaring he doesn't want to sell anything, buy anything, or process anything as a career, this 1989 rom-com's lead character fulfills the title's imperative 7 times.
Sam.
I kind of knew that Peter in the chat would be upset about this.
I know.
Sam.
Is it what is Say Anything?
What is Say Anything? Correct.
Word of the future, folks.
Get it? It says anything. Get it?
I thought I was being quite clever.
You were.
Again, this morning, I thought I was hilarious. All right, Sam, the board is
Good
yours.
question, Bob. I stand with Peter, and
Thank you.
that was good.
Meet Cute for 200.
This 1989 rom-com written by Nora Ephron is best known for its orgasmic diner scene.
That's Sam.
I'll have what she's having. What is When Harry Met Sally?
That is correct. When Harry Met Sally. All right, we are done with Meet Cute. Sam, where should we go next?
Literary numbers for 600.
The cover of the first edition of this 1961 military novel included a dancing figure and a little airplane. Svante.
What is Catch-22?
What is Catch-22? All right, it's your board.
Literary numbers for 800, please.
John Reed gave an eyewitness account of the Bolshevik Revolution that took this long to shake the world. Leslie.
What is 7 days?
That's how many days the Condor had.
Sorry.
That's it, no. All right, so it takes 7 days for a condor. It takes 10 days to shake the world.
It's only 3 days in the movie, the Condor.
Oh, 3, yeah, what's 7 days?
But you're right. No, the book is longer. The
8
movie.
days a week, 7 days, yeah, okay.
The Snyder cut.
The sitcom is
The
like
Snyder
15
Cut is
minutes,
7 days
22
of the
minutes of the
Condor.
Condor.
Snyder cut.
Most of it's in slow-mo. All of Wednesday is in slow-mo. Svante, I believe you are in control of the board.
Literary numbers for 1,000, please.
Literary numbers for 1,000. The Science of Deduction is chapter 1 of this Sherlock Holmes story. And again, this is a title that includes a number. All right, I don't have a little time's up buzzer, but that is the sign of 4.
Okay.
And Svante, it is still your board.
Numbers for 400, please.
Your numbers for 4. E.L. James self-published this first book in an erotic series that started as fan fiction loosely based on Twilight. Leslie.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Drawing a blank.
Svante
All right.
buzzed in second. Since Svante buzzed in second.
All right, Svante.
What is Shades of Grey?
50 Shades of Grey is correct.
I just said Shades of Grey. I forgot the 50. Does that still count?
We'll let it slide.
Okay.
We're all friends here.
Literary numbers for 200, please.
This kid lit classic has a chapter called The Puppies Arrive. Svante.
What is 101 Dalmatians?
That is 101 Dalmatians. Correct. All right, we are down to our last category of Double Jeopardy.
Oh, hold on. So sorry. Wow.
Or we're going back to when Harry met Sally. That's cool too.
Great movie.
All right.
The Odyssey for 200, please.
Generally thought of as the story of Odysseus's return, the Odyssey actually begins by focusing on this son of Odysseus and his escape from his home in Ithaca. Sam.
Who is Telemachus?
Who is Telemachus is correct. All right, Sam. Who avoided this category despite who translated the Odyssey. Sorry, guys, by the way.
Despite there being an upcoming production adaptation of the Odyssey co-produced by my company. Crazy coincidences. The 400, please.
I'm just going to go off camera for a while.
When our hero first appears, he's been chilling 7 years with this nymph who shares her name with a style of Afro-Caribbean music. Svante.
Who is Calypso?
Who is Calypso? Correct. Oh, who's the theater director now, Sam?
We have to,
It's actually still-
have to
it's
switch
actually-
jobs now. Legally, we have to switch jobs.
Like, rake in
All
some
right.
parking ticket money.
600, please.
In no real rush to get home, Odysseus dallies with this witch goddess for a year, even after she turns his crew into swine. Is that Sam?
Mhm.
Okay, Sam?
Who is Circe?
Who is Circe? Correct.
If you knew that, Svante, that kudos.
Well, there's a great book actually by that title. Just came out maybe 5 years ago that tells the story from her perspective. Stuff.
Margaret Miller,
Cool.
I believe.
Uh,
Madeline Miller, thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. By the way,
800.
I almost brought in Lisa Swayze from Buffalo Street Books to compete with you guys, except that I knew that she would have destroyed. No disrespect.
No, that
Would have
wasn't.
ruined you guys.
I
Alright.
believe it. The Odyssey for 800, please.
It's not an X-Men crossover, but Odysseus battles and ultimately blinds a gigantic son of Poseidon who is an example of this kind of monster.
Svante.
What is a Cyclops?
What is a Cyclops? Correct.
So no, the Latin is Scott Summers. The Latin. That's a joke
I'm actually
for
wearing
Bob.
my weird Cyclops t-shirt right now.
It's a joke just for Bob.
And our last question of Double Jeopardy, The Odyssey for 1000. This Canadian author, best known for her science fiction, wrote a short retelling of the Odyssey from the perspective of Penelope and her handmaidens. Leslie.
Sam. Was it Leslie? Leslie, yes.
Yes.
Who is Margaret Atwood?
Who is Margaret Atwood? Correct. All right. All right. Let's give me a minute to do some math. Ooh, there's a lot of math involved in this one. 3. Talk amongst yourselves.
I could
Or
tell
don't.
everybody
And my
about.
hand.
I
Or
could
don't
s-
talk amongst yourselves because most of you are on mute.
I
The
could-
title of the Margaret Atwood book is The Penelopiad. Sorry, I just saw that in my bookseller sense.
Since Peter's been filling up the chat, I can tell you that he and I will be hosting Trampoline next Thursday. It's a curated event. It is Ithaca's premier competitive storytelling competition. And yeah, we'll be here as part of Spring Rights next Thursday at 7 o'clock.
And I could tell you that tomorrow, it's Robin here. Tomorrow is a really cool panel, which includes Leslie Daniels here. It's called Collected Work on Writing Short Forms. And Leslie, I think you're each going to read a little bit first before going into a panel discussion tomorrow. And then after that, there's a reading by two Ithaca College professors, Jira Asim and Jack Wang, and that's called Boys in the Void.
All right, so the scores at the end of Double Jeopardy, Leslie has 4,500. Sam is in second with 8,800, and Svante is currently in the lead with 9,700, or 9,700. And we're going to move on to Final Jeopardy. So,
all right. Do our contestants have a piece of paper?
Does everybody have a piece of paper?
And as according to Bob's rules, you will write your answer, and then you will unfold it to say how much you have wagered.
Okay. So we're going to show you the category, and you'll write your wager. Give you like a moment for that, and then we'll go to the question. So the category is literary drunks. Credited with inventing several cocktails and the pithy advice, always do sober what you said you'd do drunk. That'll teach you to keep your mouth shut. This author of painstakingly precise prose is often misattributed with the saying, write drunk, edit sober.
We could sing it.
Let's not. Just be you, me, and Nick. Peter? Did somebody unmute Peter? Never apologize. All right. Leslie, you're in third place. What is your answer for the Final Jeopardy question?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So I put Carmen Miranda or Truman Capote.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. And how much did you wager?
All of it.
All of it? Well, yeah, you got it. All right. Oh, there we go. Sam.
I said, who is Dorothy Parker?
Oh, noted drunk. But I'm sorry, that is also incorrect.
Oh.
And how much did you wager?
Also
4,000. All right, so that leaves you with 4,800.
Strategic.
And Svante, what is your answer? Did you write on green paper? Who is Ernest Hemingway is correct.
Oh.
And just for kicks, how much did you wager? 9,700, all of it. All right, go on. And that leaves you with whatever 99,700 times 2 is. I'm not going to do that math because
19,400.
That's right. And it
math.
was the only I wagered it all thinking to myself, literally, this better be Ernest Hemingway, because I don't.
Yeah, no, I mean those are all like quality mid 20th century drunks.
Yeah, so good for
All
us.
of those guys, all of those folks, wasted. All right, so that so Svante is our winner with 19,400, I believe. But mostly, I want to thank all of our contestants. I want to thank Leslie Daniels. I want to thank Sam Buggeln. I want to thank Svante Myrick for being here. Thank you, Cap, for hosting us. Please do check out springrights.org for all of the rest of the events that are happening this weekend and next weekend. All of it is online. All of it is free. If you would like to support it, you can make a donation to Cap. That is also going to be in the chat. Thanks, guys. This was and thank you to Mickey for making sure that nothing like burst into flames.
Thank you, Mickey. That was
That
amazing.
I know of.
That was
Over there,
amazing.
she's got like the supervillain screen set up. She has 17 screens working right now. just to
Amazing.
provide this entertainment experience for you guys. But yeah,
Thank you for doing this, Bob Proehl.
Yes,
That's super
Bob.
fun.
thank you guys.
So Mickey, make my face big. Yeah, hey, I just found this feature that blurs your wrinkles. Do you know about that? If you go into so I just want to tell everybody that I asked Bob to do something fun for Spring Rights because there was a lot of pretty heavy subjects coming in, and he suggested Literary Jeopardy, which we've done before live. I remember Jen, Severin, Kelly wearing beautiful clothes and pointing theatrically to the screen, and we did it.
Beautiful clothes are all in the past, Robin.
I know. Yeah, look, I'm pretty dressed up tonight. Just want you to know. So thanks, everyone, and I hope we see you tomorrow. If anyone wants to stay for the after party, we'll play the Jeopardy theme over and over again, and we'll have some fun.